Hi everybody, welcome. If you're looking for a way to know what's going to be in your way today, how you can overcome it, and what you can be more mindful about to get through the day, you've come to the right place. Welcome, my name is Seth. This is an opportunity for me to give you some insight on your day. Just like I was saying, what's in your way, how do you get around it, and what can you do to be more mindful about your day? I run Comingouttarot.com. You can find out more about me over there. And you can find out how to get readings with me over there at the shop. While you're here, if you haven't subscribed, do subscribe so we can keep track of each other. Because I do these on weekdays. You'll get what I'm learning to be a better technical person. You'll get also access to monthly horoscope type readings and full moon and new moon readings. Just so you can stay on top of what's going on during the course of each month. So today we're focused on, good morning everybody, hey Ash, focused on what's the obstacle that's in your way today, how can you overcome it, and what can you be more mindful about. All right, by the way, how was everybody's Day of the Dead? That was yesterday, day after Halloween, November 1st, Day of the Dead. Obstacle, action, mindfulness. Ooh, this is going to be an interesting day, I think. Our obstacle is the Eight of Swords, the action to get around it, and the Sun. And mindfulness, Four of Cups. First off, what's interesting to me, and thank you for that thumbs up. First off, what's interesting to me is that we've got a major arcana that is flanked by two minors. So we're grounded in the day-to-day. Even though there may be a far-reaching or long-term type of experience, in fact, long-term type of experience is really the lesson you're learning about how you approach your challenges in general. We're rooted in the day-to-day, so there's a lot of things that are going on throughout the day that are gonna berate you probably in order to help you better understand this lesson you're about to learn. So let's talk about what those things look like. One other quick note. Thanks. One other quick note. I noticed that there's no earth in here. This is all it's all the other suits. We've got air, we've got fire, we've got water. So we've got all the elements of a storm, but nothing's actually manifesting out of that. Nothing's being created out of it. So that berating that I'm talking about, it's going to feel like that. It's going to be like, stop it. And when you know that's coming, at least you're prepared to deal with it, right? So let's talk about what's in our way. This is the Eight of Swords. This is often, and I think this is where, I know this is where this is going, often for me about how conflicting ideas, thoughts, concepts get into our head. So as you're thinking about what's in front of you, what you're trying to accomplish, any goals that you want to reach today, there's probably going to be a lot of things that get in your way, and it's all up here. Yeah, right? It's all up here. It's all those self-sabotaging moments where you're like, yeah, I could never do that. And you start to fight against yourself. You start to fight against what your true opportunity is. And this is kind of like fanning your own flame, right? You're your own worst enemy. That's a better way to describe it. You're your own worst enemy in trying to reach goals. You self-sabotage. This is a self-sabotage kind of day. And there's always 10 different reasons. In this case, maybe there's 8. that just keep getting in your way. And self-sabotage is one of those evil, horrible things that it's really hard to get past. It just feels nasty. And it's often hard to recognize that it's there. So when we get to mindfulness, we'll talk a little bit about what you can do to recognize it and feel like you're at least starting to understand that it's there. So that's the biggest thing, self-sabotage, being your own worst enemy, all of those ideas coming in about, I could never do that, those negative thoughts. The counterbalance to that, the way that you can work around it, is that the noise you're hearing is a ferret playing with an egg carton. Let me see if I can show you real quick. Will this turn around? Yeah. There he is. That's Monty. He's just There's a little surprise for you. A little ferret fun. All right, so how do we get around this obstacle, the sun? This is a bit of parting the waters. It's if there's an opportunity to have a little playful fun with those self-sabotaging ideas. So how can I describe this? For example, I'll never be good at that. That kind of self-sabotaging tone and words. I'll never be good at that. I'll never be good at that. What can I add here with what I'm looking at? I'll never be good at that if I'm drunk because I've had 4 drinks, but if I stay sober, maybe I'll be fine. So have a little fun with it. Look for some inspiration around you and go, if you hear yourself self-sabotaging, what can you add to the end of that just makes it silly and ridiculous so that you can get past that? We want you to move past it into something fun, into something positive, into that longer term goal. So what you're doing is setting yourself up to destroy all of those self-sabotaging commentary that happens in your head. Yes, make fun of those stupid self-sabotaging ideas. Ridicule them so they go away. And you're giving yourself a tool that you can use for the rest of your life in releasing those things so you don't have to do them anymore. And whenever they come up, you can add something ridiculous to it. I'm never going to be good enough. Wait, I'll show you this. I'm never going to be good enough because because the queen said so. Which queen? Probably the other one who's in my house. That gets a little depressing. How can we make that funnier? I'm never going to be good enough unless people start hailing to the queen. There we go. Hail to the queen. All right. So that's your action you can take to get past this obstacle. Now, how can you be more mindful today? Having the 4 of Cups here. Self-sabotage often involves a pretty intense emotional state. You may not even recognize that it's happening. And what you're doing when you're self-sabotaging is you're creating the foundation. This is my own interpretation. I think you're creating a foundation for failure. But if you can become more aware of that self-sabotage and that you're emotionally like wrecking yourself, saying this is something I could never do, and it just starts to this downward spiral of feeling terrible. If you can start to recognize those moments, make fun of them and release them, that's what you want to be more mindful about today. When am I having those moments? Why are they popping up? Why are they starting to be a part of my life at this particular moment? Is it because of other circumstances outside of where I am right now? Is it because of the circumstances that are surrounding me today, in this moment? So is it something grander that's going on in my life that causes me to self-sabotage because I run into family that re-triggers that? Or is it when I'm at work and I know that I've got a new job and I feel inadequate because I don't know enough yet? Am I surrounded by people who are smarter than me? That's a great place to be, by the way. Am I surrounded by people smarter than me and I feel like, oh God, I'm never going to be able to keep up? That happens to me all the time. And I think, why am I in this room? And then I remember someone thought I deserved to be here. So how can I step my shit up and be ready to be in this room? And so I can get it. I can move, luckily for me, I can move around self-sabotage, but I pass that on to you. Recognize in those moments, because we all do it. Why are you having that feeling or that thought? And how can you push past it? In this instance today, let's push past it with a little bit of fun. Make fun of those self-sabotaging thoughts. Guys, I hope this is helpful. If it is, please hit that thumbs up, because not only does it let me know that this content is helpful for you, but it also gets it in front of other people. This is Vern. Vern was over playing in the egg crate and it fuzzed out her tail. And if you haven't checked out Comingouttarot.com, go check it out. And if you're interested in having a reading with me, you can find those over at Comingouttarot.com/shop. She's just realizing there's something going on over there. What are you doing? She also is like, no, I'm out on the counter. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Oh, sorry, I banged your teeth. yeah, head over there and check out there if you're interested in, some of you already have, so thank you very much. And if you're interested in getting a handle on the year ahead and taking control of your 2019, check out the year ahead spread I've got over at the shop. And if you've already signed up for my newsletter, you're going to get some money off on that. And that coupon's only good through the end of this month, but you can book your reading through the end of January. So everybody have a great Friday. If I don't see you, have a great weekend, and I'll see you all later. Thanks.